Ready? Woo! Okay, class.
Yes.
Class to class.
Yes, yes.
Okay, partner time. You partnered in last week. Ready? Go.
Okay.
I use a little bit of the whole brain teaching to maintain consistency within the classroom so that I know when I need them to be at attention, and it just helps them stay focused. It also keeps the energy level up because the kiddos are engaged and they're moving, and they just know my expectations.
You kind of just said that. What do you guys think? Are mergers a good thing and takeovers a good thing?
It can be.
Give me an example of one that's been bad.
Kmart, you're serious.
We talked about that. Sears and Kmart. What was the problem with that one?
They're both family.
They're both family.
They can fight.
You don't understand. When I was a kid, I loved the Kmart. You all don't. You don't even get that. It was a big deal. Kmart had it figured out. It had the blue light special. It was great. But Sears, you always went to Sears. I was a chubby kid. Imagine that. What's that? Huh? You could not see that I was a chubby kid? You know, fat kids, they wear out their jeans and they need bigger ones. So they sold what were called Huskies. And you haven't lived till you Husky jeans. You know, now we do what we call them loose fit, and we use a little better denim on them. But back then, Husky meant you got the stiffest jeans they could find, and they made them, they were kind of like a casing that you just put your chubby little body down into. But that was huge for Sears because they're the only ones doing them. They made Husky tough skins, which were reinforced in the knees, made them even more stiff than what they already were. But they had found a product that the world obviously needed, because I wasn't the only chubby kid who tore up the knees of his jeans out there, and you know you want stuff to last longer. But the merger with Sears and Kmart, neither one of them brought a lot to the table, and they're kind of finding out that that was is turning out to be a bad marriage, and it's not working out very well. So, I typically keep kids engaged with a lot of humor in class. We teach a lot of real world concepts in here and advanced business concepts, and you know it's really important that you keep it light for especially the topics that are kind of boring and kind of dry. So we try to bring in anecdotal things from the real world that'll help keep it, you know, fun and light and a little funny.
Here we go. What you know,
What you know.
and the way you think.
And the way you think.
What you know,
What you know.
and the way you think.
And the way you think.
That's our schema,
That's our schema.
and it doesn't stink.
And it doesn't stink.
That's our schema,
That's our schema.
and it doesn't stink.
And it doesn't stink.
What you know,
What you know.
and the way you think.
And the way you think.
What you know,
What you know.
and the way you think.
And the way you think.
Oh, that's our schema,
That's our schema.
and it doesn't stink.
And it doesn't stink.
That's our schema,
That's our schema.
and it doesn't stink. One more time. That's our schema,
That's our schema.
and it doesn't stink. Very good.
Alright,
Thanks,
so I
Tom.
use music in the classroom to grab the kids' attention, sometimes to make a hard concept a little easier to swallow. Like our song about schema, it's really catchy, and now the kids, you know, can sing it and know what we mean about schema. Sometimes I use it if I just notice they're kind of not with me. I'll just start singing what I was saying instead of just saying it.
Okay? We define society as a group of people sharing the same culture. Within this society, we broke it down into social classes. Remember, we ranked these social classes upper, middle, and lower. Okay? So what's an upper class? Let me tell you what an upper class is. Wealthy, right? What would be the lower class? Poor. Okay? Now, instead of doing that today, we're going to do it around the world. So remember, I went first world countries, second world countries, and third world countries. United States is a first, okay? We said Nigeria, Africa is a third, okay? So within these social classes, you have the ability to move. This is called social mobility. What we want to do today, so everybody has a paper ball on their desk, right? Very simple. We all have a chance to improve our position in society, no matter what. Some people have a good chance, some people don't have a very good chance, okay? What is a privilege before we get going? Evelyn? An opportunity, okay? It's a boosted opportunity to do better. So, your goal with your paper ball is to land it right here in this bucket, okay? The bucket's going right here. Here's how we're going to break this down. First world countries is this first row. Second world countries are the middle class. It's kind of you two here in the middle. You guys are the third world countries in the lower class. Okay? So, you can stand up, but you have to stay at your desk. Here's the basket. Shoot your paper balls into it.
This.
Quickly, quickly. Nice.
I missed.
There's one. Nice one. Okay, everybody shoot. So, what did we see? What did we see? Yeah. So the people in the back are the third world countries. We all have a chance, right? We all have a chance to make it in here. We all have one ball. But do they have the same ability that these people have? So what do these people have? A privilege, okay? So first world countries, upper class, you have a privilege to be that close, to be this close to the basket. So don't take it for granted. You have to work a little bit harder, right? Okay, so that's social mobility. Are there any questions? Good to go? I think activities like that are the best because instead of them learning by just me telling them, they get the chance to experience how the back row is not fair or how the front row gets that privilege. So then they understand, okay, well, I know in life I have this privilege, that I'm an educated kid in the United States and not a third world country. So I think putting them through experience learning is much better than me just sitting up there on the chalkboard and telling them definitions and stuff.
What we're going to do is we're going to read this paragraph together. Actually, I'm going to read it to you. When you hear a sequencing word, you need to set off your sequencing alarm. Okay? That can sound however you want it to sound, but it needs to be quick. A quick beep is fine. Whatever you want. Okay? Just not screaming at me. So when you hear one of those key words that tell us that they're sequencing, set off an alarm so I know you heard it, okay? Word, ready? Today is... Okay, what word did you hear? Mina? Today, because we know that days of the week and dates can help us with sequencing. So circle today, that's a key word there. Kate is babysitting for her little brother Max. Max is 2 years old and very active. Kate has a busy day planned. First, okay, what was my word? Why are you beeping, Carly? Because I said first, sequencing word, circle it. Very good. Okay, one of the strategies I use is just the beeping to try to keep everyone engaged because I know a lot of times half your class is kind of just waiting for the other half to answer. So that technique really helps with making sure everyone is with you because they like to beep, so they want to be reading and they want to be paying attention so that they can be a part of that fun part as well.
Words as we go through. 1, 2, 3.
Same signs add and keep, different signs subtract. Keep the sign of the bigger number, then you'll be exact.
One more.
Same signs add and keep, different signs subtract. Keep the sign of the bigger number, then you'll be exact.
The problem is negative 7 plus 8, so we can start down in the negative at negative 7, and then move up 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that's possible.
Okay, so start at negative 2. Count.
Subtracting integers and multiplying and dividing integers. So the first thing that we did is taught the students a song. We have a song for adding and subtracting integers, and we also have a song for multiplying and dividing integers. And then once we use that song, I had them get up and move around and create either virtual number lines or using the steps to actually explain that positive or negative movement. So they're actually using some kinesthetic energy. So we've used song and kinesthetics to understand integers.
Clappity clap. You ready to listen? Okay, give me 5.
Great job. Okay. You are going to trace your fingers on your paper.
Then in the middle section, you are writing the beginning sound. The beginning sound of the word. So look at the first picture. It's an alligator.
What sound does alligator begin with? A. Good. How about umbrella? You good. How about yak? Good. Okay, you guys know what to do.
Okay, what I love about my mic system is that students nowadays work collaboratively, especially in kindergarten. We sit at tables full of groups of students and they're talking. You can hear them talking right now. They talk a lot though about what they're learning, and we use a lot of talking and learning. It helps kids with writing, comprehension, things like that. So what I can do with this mic is let them learn and talk, but they can still hear me. So if I do something like this, classity class, classity class, I can talk to them and they can hear me and they get quiet right away without me ever having to yell or raise my voice or any of those things. There's a lot of research that also supports these mic systems and learning and comprehension and things like that.
Where's Megan? She needs to stay around here. It's just a cylinder. It's really compact. There's a lot of cushions.
It's probably done for.
Where'd you put more cushion?
Here, you had the right thing.
Oh, no, it's cracked. It's cracked.
It's cracked?
It's cracked.
Okay.
Now let's
Okay.
ready?
Pretty. That was pretty. I don't care if it broke or not.
Yeah.
It was a whirly birdie.
Hey, Corey. This is the documentary of the egg.
It's intact. Are you serious?
Yeah.
No way.
It's not even cracked?
No.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah. You know, we just bullshit.
What's its name?
I don't know. We didn't name it.
No.
Okay. Give me a paperwork.
Yeah, we stopped.
Awesome. Today we did an egg drop lab, and the whole purpose of it is to kind of apply some physics concepts, but to do it in a fun way. And every time I do this one, I find out that they've done this in elementary school and they kind of remember a little bit, but now they've got the why behind the reason they did it, instead of somebody telling them they needed to do it this way. So they always get excited about it because it's a chance to get out of the classroom, it's a chance to talk with their friends in groups, it's a chance to kind of show me what they can do in terms of their understanding. So they appreciate it, I have fun with it, we talk about and analyze all of the things that could have changed and could have been better. And I've had kids in the past actually go home and do this on their own and then upload their own video of a better version. So just a fun activity.